Okay, so I want you to imagine a book for a second. It's part geography textbook, part monster manual, and part shaman's guide to survival. Sounds impossible, right? Well, today we are diving into an ancient Chinese text that is all of those things and honestly a whole lot more. We're about to take a journey into a world that feels incredibly real, but at the same time completely imaginary.
All right, let's just jump right in. I'm going to read you a description straight from this ancient book. Get ready for this. It looks like a goat, but with a human face. Its eyes are in its back, it has the teeth of a tiger, and human hands. It makes a sound like a crying baby. I mean, seriously, what do you even do with a description like that?
And that right there, that's the heart of the mystery. Because the book describes this thing with this, totally calm, factual confidence. It's not telling you a fairy tale. It's written like a field guide. Like this is a real creature you could actually run into. So, what is this book?
Well, this incredible text is called the Shanhaijing, which translates to the classic of mountains and seas. And get this, it's over 2,000 years old. For centuries, it has completely baffled scholars because it just refuses to fit into any simple category.
So let's start by looking at how this book is put together. Because at first glance, it really does look like a geography textbook, but for a world that maybe never even existed.
You see, the way it's laid out is surprisingly methodical. This isn't just some random collection of weird stories. No, it's a systematic survey. It starts in the south, then it guides you to the west, then north, then east, and finally right into the central plains. It reads just like a travel itinerary. And the level of detail is just staggering. We're talking about thousands of mountains, hundreds of rivers, all with these super precise directions and distances. It's full of instructions like, okay, go 300 li east and you're going to find this specific mountain, and that's where this river begins. It's written as if you could literally pack your bags and follow it like a map.
And this is really the core puzzle of the Shanhaijing, right? It has this identity crisis. On one hand, you have the dry, almost boring tone of a surveyor's manual. But on the other hand, the content is just wild fantasy. We're talking nine-tailed foxes, mountains made of pure jade, and rivers flowing with wine.
So, okay, if it's not really a map, then what is it? Well, let's get to the most famous part of the book. The reason it has captured people's imaginations for thousands of years, the creatures. It is for sure a prehistoric monster manual.
Okay, first up, let's meet a creature called the shou. You probably haven't heard the name, but trust me, you are not going to forget its description.
So the book is so specific here. It's shaped like a horse, but it has the head of a man, tiger stripes, and a long tail. But here's the kicker. It doesn't neigh, it sings. The text says it sounds just like a person singing folk songs. Can you imagine wandering through the mountains and hearing that? So eerie.
All right, next up we have another really amazing creature, the xiang.
This one is a giant snake with 4 wings, and its call sounds like a striking bell or a drum. But this creature isn't just some weird thing to look at, it's an omen. The book is very clear. Wherever the xiang appears, a massive drought is sure to follow. So it's not just a creature, it's a warning.
So that makes you wonder, right? Is this book just a catalog of bizarre monsters, or is there something more going on? Did these descriptions have a deeper purpose for the people who first read them?
And that question leads us to maybe the most practical and, honestly, the most bizarre way to look at this book. What if it wasn't just a map or a monster manual? What if it was actually an ancient survival guide?
Because here's where it gets really interesting. For almost every single fantastical plant or animal in the Shanhaijing, the text also tells you what it's for. It's not just about what these things look like, it's about what they can do for you.
It's almost like a supernatural pharmacy. Remember the shou, the singing horse thing? Well, if you wear its fur, it's supposed to help with fertility. And the xiang, that giant snake that brings drought, if you eat its meat, it can cure deafness. You have to remember, for the people back then, the natural and the supernatural worlds weren't two different things. This book was their guide to navigating and even using the power of that strange, amazing world.
So let's recap. We've got a map to a place that doesn't exist, a field guide to mythical beasts, and a shaman's guide to magical cures, all rolled into one book. So what on earth is the Shanhaijing? The honest answer is, after more than 2,000 years, nobody really knows for sure.
And the theories out there are just as wild as the book itself. Was it a literal geography of a world that was lost a long, long time ago? Or maybe a shaman's guide to the spirit realm? Some people think it's a catalog of foreign peoples, just, exaggerated into monsters over time. Or was it just an early attempt at an encyclopedia, an effort to catalog everything that was known and maybe everything that wasn't?
From more than 2,200 years, this text has survived, just kind of floating between fact and fiction. And its influence is everywhere. You can see it in ancient paintings and poems, and you can see it today in modern video games and movies. It's still inspiring people all over the world.
And maybe that's the whole point. Maybe the power of the Shanhaijing isn't about finding one single correct answer. Its true purpose might be lost to time, but its ability to make us wonder, to make us imagine a world so different from ours, well, that's timeless. It's like a window straight into the minds of our ancestors.
And that leaves me with one final thought for you. Today, we map out galaxies and the human genome. But what are the uncharted maps of our world today? What are the great unknowns that still get our imaginations going, the same way this book did for our ancestors all those years ago?